Hello and welcome to the world of programming. In this video, we are going to take a look after how we can use the YouTube API to render YouTube videos on our web pages. So let's get started. First of all, what you need to make a folder. As you can see here is the YouTube API folder. So inside that, I'm having a url.txt in which I'm having my API key as well as the URL that we need to fetch to get the videos in this video. So how we can get these? So this is one of the URLs that you need to fetch to use the YouTube API key, and then we are having this API key. Now what you need to just make an npm init -y. Let's do that. So here, and suppose if you don't want to use init -y, then you can also do one thing. You can say npm init, then it will ask you something about the project. So this is YouTube API project by code with Ayush. Okay, so one more time, we need to give yes, yes, that's it. So here's comes the thing, here's the data. Now let's close this thing here and now npmi express. Now yeah, that's all done. Now we need to make a file index.js in which we need first the express. After that we need a path for our project, so we can say required path. Now let's make an app here by using the express function. So let's make an app. After that, we need to use a middleware for our public folder. So we can say dot slash means public, comma express dot static and public. Now we need to say app dot get slash. Then what we need to say some. Okay, first of all, let's listen our app at let's say listen 8000, and let's say like console.log listening at port 8000. Okay, now whenever someone is saying means someone is going to slash, then what we need to say request comma response, and in the response we are going to send a file, and the file is going to be the path dot join underscore name with the file name that's going to be the index.html. So here comes the basic backend code that we are going to use in this video. So this is the backend code for index.js. Let's run this by using nodemon. Now here one error will be there. So let's go back here and now let's say localhost 8000. Now we are getting something like index.html does not exist. So what we need to make an index.html here. Now let's go back, reload it. So as you can see, something like this is coming. Now let's put the basic boilerplate and let's say YouTube API, and let's place the bootstrap files for styling, the script file as well. After that, what we need the icon for our web page. So let's say we need an icon. So let's search for YouTube. Let's go here and save images. Now let's go to the project of at this place. Let's make a new folder with the name public. Inside public we need to make YouTube underscore icon dot ico. Now after that is saved, you need to go back here and say link underscore link fab icon, and here let's say like public slash I. Okay, so that's all done. Now let's save this and go back, reload it. So the next thing we need an input box for our queries. So here we need an input box. So for that we need an input box. So input dot form control hashtag query. Okay, and after that, okay, we should wrap it inside a form. And now let's say like button. We need to make a btn button dot btn success. That's it. Let's say submit, and let's set the type of the button. Let's set the type to be equal to submit. Now let's save this thing here, and now let's place the basic. Okay, let's do one more thing here. So what we need dot container dot v container dot hashtag v container, and let's copy this. Okay. Now what we need an script tag for running the application. So for that, script src public slash script.js. Now let's save this in the at this place. Let's make a script.js file, and here let's say let API underscore key, and let's say what's the key. So let's copy the key here, paste it, and after that let's say URL, and for the URL we are having this thing. Let's copy this and paste it here. After that, let us say let container document.query selector hashtag v container means videos container. Let's say query is equal to document dot query selector, and let's take the input box here. Now let's take the form here. So the form is going to be document dot query selector and the form. Now let's say form dot add event listener submit, and let's take the e as a parameter, and we do not want our website to reload whenever someone submits the form, so we need to say e dot prevent default. After that, what we need to do, we need to say like fetch. We need to fetch the thing, so fetch, and we are going to say URL. So in the URL, one more thing we need to do. Okay, so we cannot fetch it directly. Let's copy this and paste it with the backward. In the query, let's pass the input. So let's say query dot value, and in the API key, let's say the API key, and that's it. Now what you need to say like dot then, and then this result in a response. So we need to convert that into JSON. So after converting that into JSON, what we need one more dot then, in which we execute the main script. So let's say response, and at this place, what we are going to do, we are going to say like container dot inner HTML plus equal to, and what we need to say like this. So we need to say like iframe. We need an iframe tag, iframe. For this thing we need to run in a loop. So for that we need to say like, because there are a lot of videos, like there are 5 videos in this request. So we need to say for let I equal to 0, I smaller than the response dot items means there are going to be the items, and then there is the length of the item, so we need to run the loop for that only. Means the loop is going to run for 5 times, and we are going to say like src is equal to slash iframe close, let's say http semicolon slash slash youtube videos, so youtube.com slash embed. And what does embed do? Embed just is a functionality of a YouTube URL to just embed or render the YouTube video in our web page. So slash, then we need to pass the YouTube means the YouTube video ID. For that we need the response dot, and this is an important one, items dot, and in the not items dot, but in the items the index of I, in that index we need the ID, and inside the ID there is a video ID, so we need the video ID at this place. Okay, so yeah, that's all done. Now what we need, whenever someone submits the form, we want the container to be empty. That's a container dot inner html equal to null. After that, let us at last say input dot query dot value is equal to null. And yeah, that's it. So that's the code. Now let's run this. Let's say Python, we want to search, click on submit. It's reloading the page. Why is that so? Form is getting the form. We're saying submit. E dot prevent default is working. E dot prevent default. Here's a form, right? So it's reloading the page. Container dot inner html is equal to null. Okay, so there was an error, that why is there. So let's say Python, now click on submit. Okay, now as you can see there are a lot of suggestions that are coming. Okay, let's give the container a little bit styling. It's like giving it some width. So for that we need the style tag, and in the style tag we need hashtag v container, the width 300 pixels, 30%. Let's save this. Python, say Python. Okay, so yeah, that was done. Wait a while, I think. Okay, now if I search Python, yeah, now it's coming. So yeah, we are able to, okay, let's give a placeholder to the input box. So for that, what we need to give it a placeholder attribute. Placeholder, enter your search, dot 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 dot. Let's go back and reload it. So let's say Python search. Yeah, that's done. So one more thing I want to tell you, a remark, that don't use video tag to do this kind of thing. You need to use the iframe to do to embed the YouTube videos like this, right? And the second thing, yeah, second thing I want to tell you, that I get this URL, that was a little bit easy to get this. You can also get this if you search a little bit on the web. But this API key, how to get this? For that you need to go to first you need to create on an API on the Google Cloud Console, developer console, and after that you need to just enable that API, and then you need to go to credentials and click on create credential, and then click on the API key. Then it will generate an API key for your project. So yeah, that's the only thing that you need to use. Okay, so this API key, so you can click on show key to see that. So yeah, so here's in this video we just created a project in which we are rendering the YouTube videos by using the YouTube API. So that's all for this video. Meet in the next video when we are going to with some new builds and text. So till then, see you.